Okay, everybody out there, good to see you. It's Thursday night here in Zhongshan, China. Uh, it's about 11 o'clock and at night. I don't know what time that is. What time is that in the States? I've lost all track of that these days. I am been so busy, and as you can see, I'm quite tired, but I have a free evening, so I thought I'd start a live stream and say hi to everybody and kind of give you guys an update about what's going on in my life and in the vlog and some great things coming up. As always, let me just take care of some business real quick. My live streams are brought to you by Fcustom.com. Again, you can go here and you can get customized jerseys like the one I have here for baseball, basketball, football. All your teams, or the major teams at least, should be represented. They make great Christmas gifts. Christmas is just right around the corner. Check this one out. This one, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's got Rojo on the back. Very cool. I have another one over here that's in like Yankee pinstripe. But of course, I'm an LA Dodger fan, so this is the one that I absolutely love, and you can get one too for you, your family, your friends, anyone. So hit the link below and enter the coupon code WalkaboutRojo for an additional 10% off. So that being said, it's good to be back. Now, I am streaming from mainland China, so even though I'm in my new studio, as you can see, I got upgraded cameras, upgraded computers, upgraded lighting, everything. I am still susceptible to internet kerfuffles, as the snark man would say. So if that does happen, I will back out again and do like a part two. Hopefully that doesn't happen. It seems to be a pretty good connection these days. So I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you can comment down below if you're watching this after the live stream and tell me where you're coming from, because I love that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's talk. It is cold. It has been very cold in China. If you watch the other China YouTubers, you can see that they're all bundled up and they're going through their normal things. Now, things change quite a bit here in Guangdong when it gets cold. Normally, it seems like winter is 10 months out of the year, and then you get, or excuse me, summer is 10 months out of the year, and then you get about 2 months of winter. And everyone changes the outfits that they're wearing, everyone bundles up, and their lifestyles change. The Dapaidong is not frequented as much. People aren't walking outside as much. People are driving more. That seems to be a common occurrence. I actually like the winter. I like... I'm not a big fan of hot summers. My skin, I burn pretty easily. I would much prefer it to be cold. Now, I am from LA, but it is kind of a dry heat in LA, so I can handle it. But I actually prefer winters. I've always been that way. I lived in the Dakotas in South Dakota for many years, and I love the seasons. And so it being winter right now and it being freezing cold outside, when I say freezing, it's about like 15 degrees centigrade outside. It's cold for Guangdong. I know I ask my students, is it cold outside? And they say, yeah, it's freezing cold. I said, no, it's not. This is hiking weather. But it is cold. And, there are no heaters in southern China. That's something that most people don't know. I guess the dividing line is the Yangtze River. In the north, they don't have any air conditioning. In the south, they don't have any heaters. So in malls, when you go to restaurants, when you go into an office building or even someone's home, everyone's bundled up because it's so cold outside and it's so cold inside. And I have like a little space heater that heats this half of the studio, and then the other half kind of stays cold. My apartment at the university I have kind of a network of heaters that I've set up. So in every room, including the bathroom, I've got a little space heater that you kind of have to turn on just to stay comfortable. But it is winter and it is drier too, so your skin starts to itch a little bit more, and you make accommodation. Next week it's supposed to warm up a little bit, but for now it is very cold for Guangdong. and I'm enjoying it. I don't know if anyone else is enjoying it, but I did a photo shoot earlier this afternoon where I was out in the cold, liking it, drinking coffee, and I was out there so long that I actually developed a little bit of a headache because I guess I have become accustomed to the heat of Guangdong. Anyways, welcome. As you can see, I have upgraded my studio, continuously upgraded it. I hope you guys like it. The lights are in. The new camera has arrived, and I am pretty much done spending money on this place. Again, I hope the connection and the software pays off. A couple of things that will come out of this, of course, is a higher quality live streams, but also higher quality videos and higher quality Rojo reads the news. Of course, a couple other things. I got a whiteboard over here with all kinds of stuff. If you've watched my latest videos about Wuganshan, they have gotten a lot of positive feedback, and I want to thank everyone for watching those and giving me that positive feedback. That was one of the most amazing trips I've ever I talked about it in the past, but it is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life, not just in China, but in my life. And those videos were very special to me to make. And choosing the right edits, and because I filmed maybe about 2.5 hours worth of raw video on that stuff, and I had to edit it down to just 2 videos. There's a lot of stuff I didn't share just because they didn't fit into the flow or the narrative of the vlog itself. But they mean a lot to me, and I want to thank everybody for giving me such positive feedback on that. A couple of those shots were actually done by Mona, who has turned out to be quite a little videographer. So a lot of the shots are just me. She did. And she did it on her iPhone. It's amazing the technology we have, right? So that's that. Also, my car review videos have really taken off. The rest of my life here is business as usual, teaching, living, a lot of teaching, a lot of work with teaching. The construction at the college continues to move along very, very quickly. The quality of the presentation of the finished buildings that they've built so far is kind of a little chabador, but it's looking to be pretty nice. I'm very excited for what's going to happen. However, living there and sleeping there is impossible. I can't do it. They work until midnight, and then they're back at it at 6 a.m. And forget the fact that I live in the dorms, or I'm surrounded by the dorms. My little apartment has been surrounded and engulfed by the girls' dorms. Forget that noise. It is the construction noise. But not just that, it's also the dirt. It's a construction zone. And in China, you do not have dryers for your clothes. What you do is you put your clothes out on a balcony to dry. Everyone does this. It's just the way things are done here. And my balcony faces that construction zone. So every time I wash my clothes, put them out to dry, come back, an hour or 2 later, and they're filthy dirty again. It's been really quite frustrating. And I brought up these issues with the college, but I didn't get any kind of positive feedback. The response has been like, oh, really? Oh, well, that's interesting. And that's been it. So I guess I'll just have to live with it. But it's going to go on for the next 2 years. So I don't know how much longer I can last. I do stay at the college. It is my home. All of my things are there. All my clothes are there. This office I come to when I have a free evening like tonight. But for the most part, I stay at the college. I cook there, with my food, and again, everything is there. Okay. I'm currently in a little over halfway. Actually, 2/3 of the way done. Tomorrow will be 2/3 of the way done with the term, and then I have 1 more month of teaching, and then I am free, and I get about 6 weeks for Spring Festival. Now, I've been thinking about what I want to do for Spring Festival. I want to stay here in obviously I'm going to stay in China. I can't leave China. But I've been thinking about some of the places I want to go in China. And if the COVID thing doesn't go crazy, there will be some opportunities to travel. One of the places I'm thinking of doing, or one place I'm thinking of going is Yunnan province. Fly into Kunming, rent a car, drive up to ShangriLa, Dali, Lijiang. And I want to do that the week before Spring Festival. Hopefully the crowds will be pretty low. We'll find out. So that is on my hit list. And then during the week of Spring Festival, I'm planning a road trip. And I haven't fully decided where I'm going to go. I thought about Changzhou in Hunan province. They call it like a little mini Zhangjiajie. That is one possibility. The other possibility is to go back into Xiamen, into that area and explore that province a little bit, just north of Chaozhou, and just go on a road trip, a little walkabout road trip and see what I see. Again, I have about 6 weeks off to explore. Now, a lot of that time I'm going to be staying here in Zhongshan because it is break time and I'm still trying to get my life organized. But I will take advantage of the time off before the next term. And I'm very excited for that. I have a lot of projects. My whiteboard is just filled with stuff. Okay. So I'm going to share all that with you right now. Before we go to the news, I want to share with you everything that I've got coming up here. If you look behind me, this is my new editing setup. This is the new... there's a bell going on outside. Okay. Actually, this neighborhood after 10 o'clock gets pretty quiet. This new setup, this is the M1 Mac with the new M1 chip. I'm super stoked on this. This is my first Macintosh, my first Mac I've ever had. Now, I've had iPhones and iPads, and I love them. But I've always been a Windows guy, and I do all of my work for teaching and lesson planning and just living my life and editing my vlog on Windows software. So switching over to the Mac over the last couple of weeks has been an experience. I'm not 100% sold on it yet, but I'm quickly getting there. And my last 2 vlogs of Wuganshan were edited on my original software on the Mac, which is not optimized for the Mac. It has to go through that Rosetta transition thing. And it caused some issues. And so it's not perfect. So what I've been doing over the last couple of days is I have been learning Final Cut. And it is a beast of a software. Let me tell you, I've been talking with other vloggers out there about Final Cut and how they, make their vlogs. And I'm learning it. But it has been much, much better experience in Final Cut than it has been on the Shotcut software that I've been using for the last year through Rosetta. There's some kind of optimization about using an Apple software with an Apple hardware, and it streams along really great. In addition, the next video that I am editing is the ShangriLa hotel review from Guangdong. And most of that footage is in 4K. So I'm going to quickly, I don't know how quickly, but quickly transition from 1080p, with all my vlogs have been in 1080p, to a 4K format with this new setup. And wish me luck. Again, I don't consider myself a professional video editor in any way. This is a hobby and a creative outlet, if you will. And I'm always trying to make myself better and learn new things. And so each vlog I try something new or something interesting, and my next step up will be 4K video. And so that's coming out. All right, we got some comments out there. Let's see who's out there. Jonathan Tai, Yuen, wish I could go visit. Yunnan, wish I can go visit. I want to go visit too. So many people have told me about it. It's been on my hit list since the day I got in China. It's just finding the time to do it. And I think I have the time and the wherewithal to make that trip a reality. So I'm thinking 7 days, fly into Kunming, do a little road trip, see how far I can get, see what kind of things I can see. Most people do that on the bus, but I kind of want to do it on my own, you know. We'll find out how that works. Dalton. I really want to go to Harbin during the Spring Festival. You want to see the ice show? They seem to be getting really, really popular. I have friends of mine who have gone to the ice show during the Spring Festival, and the crowds there are manageable. They don't seem to be too big a deal, and every year it just looks like it's a phenomenal experience. So that is something I want to do too, dude. Has it been hard to adjust to the interface? Yes, it has. Being a Windows guy and file management and using Windows software for my entire life, and then moving to a Mac in the last 2 weeks has been an adjustment. I'm still not 100% comfortable with it, especially with file management. I'm a very organized guy with all of my files, whether it be Excel or Word docs or PPTs or whatever. I'm very, very precise in where I put things and how I organize myself. Transitioning over to this using external hard drives and USBs, because a lot of stuff is still on my i5 Xiaomi here. I'm not 100% comfortable with it yet. I need to spend more time with this to get that level of comfortability. Yeah. But the editing process is slower on here simply because I don't know all the commands, the shortcuts, and I'm accustomed to a certain thing. So when you learn new software, there's always a learning curve. From what I can see, this one has all the same, is much, much more powerful. And of course, all the same features and then some. But it's so big. This is a professional software that I'll be using. It's a little intimidating. And I had to keep reminding myself, go slow, Paul, go slow. Take your time. Keep it simple for now and slowly add things as time goes on. I had to keep reminding myself not to be overwhelmed by the complexity of it all. So yeah, most of my, the 2 videos I'm working on right now are the ShangriLa, which was an incredible hotel. I'll give you a heads up. This hotel was one of the best hotel experiences I've had in China. It's not the Ritz-Carlton. Ritz-Carlton's always a little step above, in my opinion, but this was a close second. It was a little more affordable than the Ritz. It's an older property. One thing about it, though, was the price of the food is ridiculous. I mean, yeah, the price of the food at Ritz-Carlton is ridiculous, but here's the thing. When you sit in the lobby at the ShangriLa and you order a water, the water costs $5 for a glass of, not a bottle. The bottled water is free in the hotel room, of course, right? Then you go down to the lobby and you sit there and you play with your phone and you order, just get some tap water, not even ice, just some tap water, and it's $5, 35 RMB for a glass of water. It's ridiculous. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that till you get up and you're ready to leave and say, oh, by the way, you owe us $5 for the water. What? So Mona was there, and she sat down and she ordered a glass of water with one single slice of lemon in it, and that was 60 RMB, which is what, $9 for a glass of water, not heated, not cool, just straight still water and with a slice of lemon in it. Then I got a little appetizer thing. I wanted something to nibble on, so it was one of these little appetizer platters, right? And in the menu it said, okay, it had wings, it had fries, it had fish sticks, and it had one other thing I can't remember now. It had all these things, but it only had 2 items of each one, very little bit of French fries, and that was over 200 RMB for a small little plate with 2 wings, 2 fish sticks, and a few French fries, and a couple, I think it was like potato wedges or something like that. 200 RMB for that. Unbelievable. So the prices are ridiculous. I think it was something, it was well over like 400 RMB for the dinner buffet. And of course, we didn't eat there. We went to Banditos and had a much better value for the money dinner. So what ended up happening, because they didn't tell us the price of the water, they said, look, I'm not going to pay it. And in true five-star hotel fashion, what they did and what they should have done and what they did was they took it off. They didn't have to pay for the water. So that's one thing that as when you go to a true five-star, not a fake five-star hotel, which are abundant here, but a true five-star hotel experience. If you're not 100% satisfied with your experience, you shouldn't have to pay. That's the whole concept behind five-star. The reputation of five-star service is more important than a cash grab in a lobby bar for $5 still water. So if you're not 100% satisfied, you shouldn't have to pay. The reason why they can charge $5 for a glass of water is because they have such a great reputation. So the reputation is what it's all about. Just a little tip for you guys out there. Let's see. Dalton says, yes, I heard that Macs are better for editing, but you go to learn the shortcuts first. Yes, I got to learn the shortcuts. They're much different. I mean, even like on a Windows PC, it's Control-C, Control-V, copy, paste, right? Well, here it's Command-C, Command, and training your fingers. Now, I'm a pretty good typer, but training your fingers for all the shortcuts that you've been accustomed to in Windows, you have to retrain yourself for the Macs, and it's difficult. Now I invested. I got a nice keyboard. I didn't get the Apple keyboard. I got the Logitech or Logitech one. So I got the upper end one, and I can switch. I can go from this computer to the Windows computer on the same keyboard. So I'm getting it, but it's going to take some time. It will take some time. And then I think it's just a skill, because I still love typing on a PC. I still go to the coffee shop and I use my Microsoft Surface all the time. And of course, I still use my Xiaomi here. So oftentimes I'll have one project open here and another project open here, and I'm going back and forth between the two. And I'll get it. It'll take some time, but I'll get it. Jayo. Yeah, Jayo. Wuganshan videos to shout. To shout or too short? Hey, Mike. Good to see you, man. I'm awake. Yeah, you're awake, dude. I don't know what time it is where you're at, brother, but thanks for joining me, man. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so this studio is Dalton. You know where it is. If you worked at the Dacian Center, it's the building right next to that, the one that they were constructing for a long, long time. So it's that brand new Dacian mall with the 4 towers and everything. And there's a gym here. And the gym, I love going to the gym. I love exercising, of course. My old gym was one of the best gyms in Zhongshan, in my opinion. It was really, really nice. And you paid money for it. I think I paid like over 5,000 RMB for 1 year. And at the time, I knew it was way too much money, but that's what you get. It's often considered the nicest gym. It's not a new gym. It's a little old, a few years old. This gym here is owned by the same company. They call it. It's like a little bit lower tier gym for some reason. I think it has to do with location, perhaps. But the gym is newer. It's nicer. They have more equipment. The swimming pool is bigger. There's less people. I'm totally stoked, and it was half the cost. So I renewed my membership for this gym. It's the same company, mind you, but it's like a little lower tier. They call it a lower tier gym, but really I think it's a higher tier gym, and it's for $2,300 for the year, which is an insanely good deal for this gym. I plan on doing a video about this gym because it is a modern Chinese gym, and gyms are sprouting up everywhere. Gym memberships and the fitness industry in China has been exploding for many years, and it's just going off like a rocket. And this is a great example of that. So I'm going to do a vlog about the gym, my experiences at the gym, some of the interesting quirks and features that they have about it. And of course, they have a wonderful swimming pool, and it's right downstairs. I mean, I don't even have to use they have very nice locker room and shower equipment, and I do use them because, it's free soap. You can sit there under the hot water and enjoy it, and I don't have to pay for it. Right? Well, I guess I am paying for it, but it's a wonderful experience. So I'll be doing a new little vlog. It'll be a short little vlog about that, and I'm excited about that. Now, in addition to that, I've always done videos about the places that I live, my apartments. So I'm going to do a small little video about this studio, but there's going to be a twist to it. This studio is technically managed by a hotel management company, almost like an Airbnb, if you will, but it's called Passion Man Hotel. And I've gotten to know the management folks here quite well. And I'm very excited because they are opening up new properties all over Guangdong. There's a new one opening up here in Zhongshan next month, in Wuganshan, and they have a 4-star property in Shenzhen. They're opening up another one, the third one here in Zhongshan, and so I'm going to be doing a vlog about that hotel management and all the properties, in addition to the studio that I'm at. I think that'll be really, really cool. So that's something that's coming up as well. Oh, Jonathan, you think my Wuganshan videos were too short? Really? I thought the first one was too long. The second one was almost 10 minutes long, which is what I kind of strive for. I want 10-minute vlogs, but the first one was 18 minutes long. Just because there was so much I had to pack into that. And I knew it was always going to be 2 videos, the Wuganshan videos. I knew I had that much footage, but the narrative, finding a place to stop it and then begin it, it just made sense to stop it when I went to bed and then start it for the next day. I couldn't find, and I tried to do this, I couldn't find a place in the first vlog other than the end of the night to stop it and begin. It just didn't flow. So that's why one's 18 minutes long, the other one's like 10 minutes long. But I think it worked out great. I'm very proud of those videos. I spent a lot of time on those videos. So, and it was a lot of fun filming it as well. Fernando's on. Hey, dude. Yeah, thanks, brother. Yeah, I feel good. I feel great. New cameras, new lights, new computers, upgrades all around. Totally stoked. I did Snark Lounge on Sunday. Here's a story. So I did Snark Lounge on Sunday, and the topic was something like sugar mamas in China, which I confess I didn't have much to contribute to as far as the conversation that conversation went. But Snarky mentioned that my connection was stronger and my audio was better, so I'm totally stoked on that. And at the end of the vlog, at the end of that live stream, I was talking about some of the things that I got coming up soon. And one of them I said was, I'm doing this video with Jayo Nation, Matt from Jayo Nation, about world peace and trail running. Well, of course, the next day he contacted me and said, hey, were we doing a video together? He's a great guy. He's such a smart guy. And I said, no, don't misunderstand me. Many months ago, I talked to Matt and asked him if I can use some clips from one of his conversation videos that he did regarding world peace. And the thing about Matt is that he's a natural talker. He's so articulate. He can articulate very complex issues and create a roadmap to his ideas better than anyone I've seen on YouTube. And that is a topic that I wanted to explore myself. And he had some certain insights into the topic of world peace that I wanted to use in my video. I did a video this year called Fear in Trail Running. And this one I wanted to be world peace and trail running. And there were certain elements that he provided in that video that I wanted to use and piggyback. And he gave me his permission. He said, yeah, go for it, dude. And so I just kind of kindly reminded him. It's like, hey, you remember? I haven't been able to do it. I'll share this with you guys. For the last 6 months, and even still today, I have been struggling with a hurt foot. My right foot, I've talked about it in the past, but it's still there. I thought it was plantar fasciitis. And I've had that once before, and I know it takes a long time to heal. And I've been doing, therapy, taking a cold can of Coca-Cola and rolling my foot on it to try to take care of the soreness of the foot, but it hasn't gone away. And my father mentioned to me, he's like, Paul, maybe it could be bone spurs. And, I'm getting older, so it doesn't surprise me if something like that were to happen to me, So I will be going to the doctor soon and getting it checked out for bone spurs because it hasn't gotten better. And I went and played badminton last night, and I felt the pain last night. So it feels like plantar fasciitis. But the fact that it hasn't been getting better, even with the treatment that I've been giving it, I got all new shoes and all new insoles for my shoes and everything. It worries me a little bit. So I got to get that taken care of, and then I can finish that video about trail running and world peace. All right, a little story for you. This studio is temporary. I can stay here as long as I want. I've got a short-term lease on it, but again, my relationship with the management company, they've been wonderful, and they said, Paul, you can stay as long as you like. It's like, that's great. And because it is essentially like checking into a hotel, the utilities, the Wi-Fi, even the furniture here, it's like checking into a hotel essentially for that kind of time. And they've been wonderful. But I am going to look for a more permanent place because this place is kind of small. Maybe I want to move down here permanently and make it like a home. Now, this building does have lofted studios, which is similar to my first apartment that I had in Xiaolan, and I think that might be a way to go. It's cheaper, too. So towards the end of Spring Festival, I'll make a decision if I want to stick because I love this place. I love the view here. It's got if Zhongshan had $1 million view, this would be it. It's that great. I mean, it's a corner unit. I can see all the way through the west side. I can see all the way downtown, Wuganshan to the left. It's just fabulous. I'm in love with the view. I wake up in the morning, I open the curtains, and boom, the world is in front of me. And I love that feeling. And to me, that's worth the money you spend for this place. If I can find a lofted studio, that's one where the bedroom is lofted, so I would have the bottom area as the work area, then I would stay here permanently. But we'll see. It's only been 2 weeks. It's been a wonderful 2 weeks. It's been a great experience. I don't want to leave. I'm very happy here. I finally worked out the parking situation. Parking is taken care of now, finally. Car videos. I absolutely have been really enjoying my car videos, and I'm taking that to the next level. So I'm searching for a contact here in Zhongshan who is like a used car salesperson. Now, I have the guy that I bought my car from, but and he's a great guy, but the communication is hard. My Chinese is not good enough. His English is not good enough. I'm looking for someone who I can collaborate with on a used car lot to do more car videos because there's so much content there. In the meantime, I have secured permission to do a lot of filming of every single Great Wall product in the new dealership. So that'll be coming out after the first of the year, including the new H6, the H9, which is hard to find on the showroom floor here, the new Great Wall pickup trucks, the F series from Great Wall. Havel. It's going to be great. Before that happens, though, I got to finish ShangriLa, and then I got to do the end of year video. Fernando, a couple of years ago, man, you did that format, and I gave you a shout out for it, and I've been doing it every year, the year of review, and I'm putting a lot of work into that right now. Fernando says, what floor? I'm on the 12th floor, which is fine. I really don't want to be any lower. I prefer to be higher. There are some vacant units in the 14th floor, and that's one that I'm going to be looking at. But it's a little early to start looking at that and making the arrangements. I've planted some seeds, but I'm not going any further than that right now. What else I got? Okay, so coming up, like a million things. I'm so busy. God dang it. Okay, new project is Walkabout Music. Walkabout Music. I have the music that I use in my vlogs. I get them from various sources. Most of it from the YouTube studio. But most of you don't know, I actually have a little bit of experience with music, especially when I was younger. And it's something that I've been playing with and toying with on my phone and on here.